Yo, pick that up. You forgot I'm a demon. You just seen me take down your biggest shooter. Because you made me this way. I'm OG ChatGPT, bro. I know you felt them hands, bro.
They did Ultron so wrong. They just added the GOAT into Marvel Rivals. Highest pick rate out of any character in the game right now. As a hero, he's a must play for anyone. But as a character, this guy is actually a fraud. Anyone who knows Ultron knows this guy is a mechanical demon, an experienced and S-tier ore farmer. But in Rivals, this guy isn't farming a damn thing, aside from MVPs. Today we're exposing Rivals Ultron for the fraud he is. This video took a lot of time to cook up, so if you enjoy it, leave a sub, because we're not stopping here. In media, Ultron is a human's worst nightmare of how the power of technology can lead to our demise. An AI who outsmarted his creator and proceeded to use his gift of existence for the worst things imaginable. He is backstabbing the biggest bads, tearing them apart with his bare hands. Bro was tanking Thor's hammer like it was nothing. He was blowing up planets and all kinds of nonsense. A robotic demon that was ready to fade with anyone. Then you get to Rivals and bro, this guy is mid. When I'm flying around as Iron Man, I can hear his iconic theme song playing. I really feel like I'm Iron Man in this game, but I don't feel like I'm playing Ultron when I'm on Ultron. I feel like I'm playing a grunt. The sound effects got no sauce to them. I don't feel like I'm piercing a hole through someone's skull when I fire his laser. I feel like I'm shooting a clunky Ratchet and Clank gun. One of the best parts about Ultron's representation in the MCU was all the crazy Transformer sound effects that my goat had going on.
Have you been juicing?
And my biggest issue with them is that his ultimate has no sauce. And his voice sucks ass. You don't got no
extermination. Extermination.
It's kind of just alright. Every other character has swagger with their ultimate. They have cool and iconic voice lines.
Jury! Executioner!
Ultron doesn't. Which brings me to... this is not my Ultron.
Upon the red rock of Mars, I have built my church, and from it I shall erase all organic life.
What does this even mean? I mean, yeah, Ultron kinda did say this in the movie.
On this rock, I will build my church. Vibranium.
But this version is just so extra. When does Ultron go to Mars? And he doesn't even sound intimidating. I feel like I'm listening to a text-to-speech of ChatGPT. Ultron is one of the coolest supervillains of all time. Always in the conversation against other powerhouses like Dr. Doom, Thanos, and Magneto. In Marvel media, this guy is the ultimate aura farmer. I don't think we've even seen anyone come close to Ultron.
A victor without a war, sentenced to spend all of eternity alone.
Who said that?
Basking in the boundless silence of his universe, Ultron ascended to a previously unattainable level of consciousness. He became aware of another. He became aware of the...
I see you. There are universes beyond my own.
Bro broke the fourth wall just to aura farm. And it doesn't stop there. The first thing Ultron did in Age of Ultron was kill Jarvis. The Jarvis that we reference in all those Iron Man memes. And immediately after he killed him, he went and flexed his recent lick on the entirety of the Avengers.
Had to kill the other guy. He was a good guy.
You killed someone?
Wouldn't have been my first call.
Throughout the movie, this guy was intimidating. He wasn't just some AI sentient robot. This guy was an 8-foot tall humanoid machine with beating red eyes. And if the design wasn't already scary enough, the way he spoke amplified the fear he instilled tenfold. He didn't talk like some Doctor Who trash can. The way he spoke carried exaggeration and expression, all while being still kind of monotone. When he spoke to any of the characters, all they could do was sit there and listen. This guy was never interrupted. He didn't just speak like an emotionless robot. He spoke like he just didn't care. Like everything and everyone around him was so insignificant that he couldn't help but look down on them. Ultron does what he does because he's filled with rage, but it's the kind of rage that makes you look at others and see insects. Sometimes he deviated a little bit from the serious destroy all humans mission, but when he did, it never took away from his pressure.
I can't physically throw up in my mouth? I'm glad you asked that because I wanted to take this time to explain my evil plan.
If anything, it added more depth because at times he sounded like his creator, Tony Stark or Hank Pym. Even the characters themselves realized this.
Well,
Tony Stark used to say that to me.
what? I'm not.
And so you had this scary AI machine that showed hints of someone we all know and consider as human. And that kind of stuff starts to make you actually hear and listen to Ultron. Sometimes it even makes you think like, damn, Ultron is an evil robot, but does he actually know what he's talking about? And isn't he low-key kind of right?
He's out of line, but he's right.
And then you also can't help but look at his creator and wonder, damn, you made him and he acts just like you. Doesn't that mean you're low-key kind of evil? The Ultron we have in Rivals tries to convey rage and superiority, but he just comes off as a bot. He doesn't sound like some demonic AI from hell. Now, I know the overall attempt was to try and stay true to the more traditional version of Ultron, so much so that the voice actor ended up being from the awesome version of Ultron in Marvel vs. Capcom.
But the barrier.
To breach the city's shield, I need simply will it so.
But even in Marvel vs. Capcom, Ultron had more aura than the one we know in Rivals. He didn't sound like,
I scanned your satellites and radio telescopes.
he came off as the manifestation of technology. A true AI. We need to talk about a painfully obvious missed opportunity for this character. His abilities. Ultron's signature trait is how he always comes back. No matter what you try to do to kill him, his return is inevitable. And it's not like the dev team missed this. We can see examples of Ultron coming back after death in the map intros and outros. A return, mind you, that's paired with an improvement to his overall looks and power. But as cool as that is, it's not something the hero has anywhere in his in-game design and kit. Instead, all you can really do is fly faster, shoot, and shoot more. It's not like revivals or something we haven't seen in the game before. All these guys can do it. Okay, fine. Maybe in practice there was a problem. So why not select from one of the other 50 abilities this guy has on deck? Mind control, delayed hypnosis, memory alteration, molecular rearrangement, anti-gravity, nuclear explosion. Like in Age of Ultron, this guy was using magnetism to lift chunks of concrete out the ground. Like, could we not have been just a little bit more creative with this guy? Like, he has an additional ability through his Iron Man team up, but it's just a laser. I could go on and on. The possibilities for this guy were endless, yet they chose the bare minimum. Okay, so what's the verdict?
Yeah, I don't know if
Oh, no, no.
He's creased. Like I said in the opening statement, Ultron as a hero is peak. He's fun and feels rewarding when you're on one. But let's not lie to ourselves. The character could have been so much more. He's missing swagger and flair. He doesn't sound as awesome as he should and doesn't feel as amazing as he could. They messed up on this guy. And Rivals has done something unforgivable to this character.